Welcome to Double Cup 3 semifinals, game number 2 against between Tatoh and Vinchester. We have Tatoh playing in the blue, Vinchester in the magenta, and we have Coral Islands. Now, you might notice these players are starting with 2 town centers. They each have a transport or 2, and they have their little island and their little villagers, and it's starting off in a hurry. 10 villagers for each player already, as these players are scouting around the map with their transport ships. This is an interesting map. You see, each player starts with their 2 little tiny islands, and these are not good islands. There's very little resources, very little wood. It's like a migration island. Then there's these there's small wood-focused islands around them. And then, scattered around the map, these 4 gold islands as well. And then in the center, a lot of wood and stone and Komodo dragons. Or a Komodo dragon. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, no, there's a few. I was going to say, they just put 1 Komodo dragon in the middle of this island guarding it. But now there's several. So a pretty interesting map. Looks to be a water-focused map. Now our civilizations. Tatoh has taken the Japanese, going to be looking to get a big fish boom and early advantages that way. Vinchester with the Byzantine, going to be leaning heavily into those fire ships and just the patrol and boom. Patrol military and boom on the eco. Oh wow, these gold islands are of a sailable terrain, so there's gold that you can sail through. Interesting. Didn't realize that. This is something you can go right through. So the gold is a pretty precarious resource. Demolition ships on these wood islands and gold islands seem like they might be pretty scary, and you can walk on most of this. Now, you can't walk from your starting island to the center, but once you get to any of the other islands, everything is walkable from there. So, as you expand out, everything becomes walkable. The first dock on the way down for Tatoh, 3 villagers building that. So Tatoh, first one to get to the dock, each player on 25 villagers. Well, 24 actually for Tatoh, 25 for Vinchester. 26, so Tatoh, a minute and 27 seconds of idle TC time. He'll be catching up pretty soon, though, as he already has a dock down. Tatoh, or Vinchester, does not, at this moment, have that dock down. And actually, now he does. Okay. Also with 3 villagers, so these guys know what they're doing. They've got build orders for this. Vinchester, these villagers kind of hanging out, just having a party. Another dock being added. Not yet. Not yet. And Tatoh still hasn't quite caught up on the eco. Now he has 31 to 31. And Vinchester's housed. So there's that as well. You see, how could a player get housed? These are top level players. Well, they've got 3 buildings producing at all times at a time when you normally have 1. 2 town centers and a dock when you're used to having 1 town center at this stage of the game. So it's a little bit awkward, and you can really hear these dolphins really chatting it up. The second dock now being added by Tatoh. Vinchester not yet on that. Is headed to the transport, so Vinchester is going to be looking at doing something a little bit differently than Tatoh. Headed to the transport, going to be going somewhere with 3 villagers. Instead of a second dock out there, I wonder if it's going to be a second dock at a different location. Well, we have to see. Both players on the way to the feudal age, almost identical times. Tatoh 2 eco ahead as he... Ooh. Both players transporting to each other's islands. I didn't see that. Tatoh also has a transport with 3 villagers. So these guys obviously agree on strategy. Outpost being dropped here from Vinchester to Tatoh. They're doing the exact same thing. Sea tower. These are not outposts. These are sea towers. What is a sea tower? What? They're tower rushing each other's fishing ships with sea towers that don't seem to cost any stone. Don't understand. What is a sea tower? Where did it come from? Forward docks being added as well, so this is a surprise. Now, this seems a little unfortunate. Vinchester should have been over here for these, but instead he's blocked up this area, and the dock is here, so he's miscalculated this a little bit. Tatoh, his sea towers are going to come up on top of the island. Now, these might cost stone. I could be wrong. There's definitely some stone missing here for Vinchester. Tatoh as well. And I think we're going to see another sea tower added. I don't know if it's costing stone. It doesn't seem to be costing a whole lot. Now, these are not those triple arrow sea towers that you have been seeing on shoals. So that's good, at least. And there's no dock down here, and a lot of idle villagers for Vinchester. I think Double Cup is a pretty great series for Tatoh. Tatoh's a guy who likes to go off meta, likes to play weird strategies, and he's definitely doing that here. So lots of sea towers involved, and I don't think you can really challenge this, even with your Byzantine fire ships. When there are this many sea towers involved, and we need to see a blacksmith coming down. Blacksmith's going to be pretty important, I think. Sea towers everywhere. These things don't cost a whole lot of stone. There's no way they cost much stone. I think they cost like outposts. I think these are just outposts that have 7 attack and 1500 HP, which is wild. You're going to see them everywhere if that's the case. Market coming down. I think we need a blacksmith to add attack and range to these bad boys. I'm assuming you can do that. And Vinchester waltzing a villager over here, probably not what he wants to do. That villager, not in a good place. She's going to be unhappy about life. Tatoh losing a town. Yeah. Transport ship. And these sea towers, they take out fire ships. You can see Tatoh does have is losing in the score, but the eco is 56 to 57, military is 6 to 5, and both players putting these towers all over the place. And Tatoh finding the fishing eco of Vinchester. That's going to be a pretty significant advantage here, as these fire ships coming out of this dock probably should stop. It's coming out at 37 out of 100 HP. That's not what you want. And these two docks, well protected indeed. Now, I would still say, I'm guessing that these things are not affected by blacksmith upgrades. Well, no, hold on. Sorry. They are. Okay. I was going to say, I would have expected an earlier blacksmith, but now we have the blacksmith. Now we have sea towers. Now we have Tatoh on the way to the castle age. Vinchester not up yet, so I really like Tatoh's position in this game compared to Vinchester. He's got one of Vinchester's islands kind of pretty aggressively locked down. He's hitting the fishing eco repeatedly over here. Now, Vinchester is locking down more of the center and has one of Tatoh's islands locked down, but also Tatoh has a pretty strong position here. I have to say, I favor Tatoh's position here. So, I don't know who created this map and what they were on. No, it's not an outpost because there's an outpost. Weird. Weird stuff. Maybe there's an outpost there. Sea towers, if they're on the water, on this terrain. It's just an outpost, and if it's on this terrain, it builds as a sea tower. I don't know. I'm very confused about this because it doesn't seem to be costing them tons and tons of stone because they're just plopping them down indiscriminately all over the place. Now here, it's a regular old watchtower, which is not as good as a sea tower. And that's interesting to me. And that's an outpost. I don't understand. But anyway, Tatoh in the castle age, he has War Galley upgrade, which upgrades his fire ships on the way. He has a second town center in the middle on the way. He's got Bodkin Arrow already in. He's getting Ballistics, some massive, massive upgrades. And he could take these villagers and start stretching a tunnel of towers along there. The gauntlet that Vinchester could not sail through. And sea towers getting dropped on the gold in the south here for Tatoh. So he's taking control of the southern portion of the map, the southeastern portion of the map as well, but also has control in this straight northern portion. And a town center going to be up very soon. Vinchester 40 seconds out from the castle age still. Tatoh is behind 64 to 69 on the eco, so definitely a little bit behind there, but going to have a second town center. And actual villager numbers, I don't know the actual. Well, it's 60 to 67. So, yeah, a lot more villagers there for Vinchester in actual villager counts. And we have guard tower upgrade coming in for Tatoh. And that's an outpost. Does guard tower affect the sea towers? That's guard towers in, so we see a guard tower. Do we see anything different here? Doesn't seem to be any different. But these things already have the stats of a guard tower. They have 7+2 attack, 8+2 range. Yeah, they have the stats more similar to a guard tower. And I think we're going to see a lot of just regular old towers here from Tatoh to take control of the center. He is Japanese. He can make Yasama towers. And the players are fighting over this area down here. That was actually Vinchester locking down this area, not Tatoh. I was confused about that. Now, this is a game where heated shot might be the most important upgrade in the game. Gold is going to run low very soon, and these islands are going to become pretty important for the players. And here comes Vinchester heading up here, as Tatoh is trying to rush a tower up. That's not working for Tatoh, but he gets one up here. So there are going to be a lot of towers around. And these are guard towers, 1500 HP, pretty beefy towers. Yeah, so Tatoh's taken the center and is just adding towers, towers, towers. Everywhere there are towers. Now, this tower was denied for Tatoh, so Vinchester taking a heavier investment in water with 17 fire ships. Definitely liking his position a little bit better in one respect, but also on the other side, 3 town centers and a castle being dropped for both players in the middle. This is pretty important. And Vinchester abandons this TC and going to drop a tower here and probably, or castle here and a town center behind it, probably realizing this isn't going to work out. So Tatoh trying to take center control. Now, is Yasama the Castle Age upgrade or the Imperial Age upgrade? These towers getting pushed back by the ships of Vinchester, so Tatoh going to be taking control of that upper area of his map. Whereas Vinchester still has this area locked down somewhat, not strongly, but still locked down somewhat. Still has this locked down at the moment. I think Tatoh really needs some more ships. More ships. But he does have the eco lead now. Not massively, but does have the eco lead. And we'll see if any shenanigans are going to ensue, like petards or anything like that. I don't think so. And that's going to be a town center going down for Vinchester. Siege Workshop. So yeah, this is going to try to push this, but this is a bad idea. You don't want to push somebody like the Japanese. Why? Their castles, because they can create a melee unit right out of their castle. You only want to push people who can't create melee units out of their castles, because if you can create a melee unit out of your castle, you push with rams and they just drop out some melee units. Now here, it's almost close enough where the castle can fire, and once he gets Bodkin Arrow, Vinchester, then he will be able to fire on the front of this castle. That's probably what he's thinking. We've got Tatoh now trying to take control of the water once again. And he's going to try to lock down this area for gold. And I certainly hope he's able to do that, or else he's going to be really struggling a bit. I think he'll be able to do that. I think he can come across here with his navy and do so. Hasn't researched anything regarding his Yasama yet. I don't know if that's his Castle Age or Imperial Age upgrade. And I think he's going to take this area as well. Rams are coming in, cataphracts as well, so cataphracts do really well against even these samurai. Samurai have massive bonus versus unique units, but cataphracts have massive bonus versus infantry units and bonus damage resistance of, I believe it's 15. And these towers are going to get put up in a hurry, and now the fire ships start coming in. This is going to get really awkward here, and this navy needs to be hustled over here. The Navy's fighting on this side, so Vinchester does have a pretty significant Navy lead. That means that all these have to be deleted. This is not going up. But this tower doing significant damage with villagers garrisoned inside of it, dropping these fire ships like they're hot. And on this side we have Tatoh pushing Vinchester back with his navy. In the center, we have Tatoh, Vinchester preparing a big push, and that is Yasama. Indeed, it is Yasama. So these, I don't know if Yasama is going to affect these sea towers or not, but it affects the towers. I will be very interested to see whether or not it affects the sea towers. Demolition ships also out here. That's a pretty good thing. And back again is Tatoh with these towers. He's building these bad boys like Yasama does affect them. Let's see. Oh, it does. Oh, that's wild. Yasama affects the sea towers. Japanese OP on this map. Confirmed. You're done. You're done. Why is this a guard tower? Oh, interesting. Well, this guard tower gonna do a lot of damage out here. It's got Yasama and it's garrisoned with 5 villagers. You can't stay there. You have to run away. You just, yeah, look at how much damage that does. And these sea towers also shooting. You can see the multiple arrows shot. You've got to run away. Now, Tatoh is going to try to take full control of the center here. Sorry, Vinchester is. He's going to have 4 battering rams pretty soon. He's got 4 cataphracts. He's going to try to make it happen in a hurry. It's galley versus fire ship. So, war galley versus fire ship, but there are going to be sea towers and guard towers all over the map. And they are Yasama towers. Tato's committing more into the towers. I'm not sure exactly why. Guard towers have 7+2 attack, 8+2 range, and 1500 HP. The sea towers have 7+2 attack, 8+2 range, and 1500 HP. I'm not sure why the difference there. Does seem to be a difference in bonus damages, though, because the sea towers seem to die a whole lot quicker than the guard towers. And Tatoh, he's doing a tower creep across the map, taking control down in the south, and here come the Rams. This is a pretty important moment in the game. Tatoh needs to realize this push is coming in and see if he can find a way to stop it, or else he loses center control, and I'm afraid he's going to lose center control. And he's been leaning heavily on the stone. Here come villagers, here comes everything. More towers being added, samurai being added, and here come the cataphracts. This is not what you want to see if you are Tatoh. That's a big army ready to go. I think he's not surprised by it, but he can't be happy about it. That is for sure. Trying to get as much damage output on these cataphracts as he can, and it's enough that the cataphracts are a little bit concerned. There's enough Yasama towers out here. These cataphracts are going down in a hurry, but the castle is going down. The castle is for sure going down, but there's a lot of Yasama towers left out here, and will they all go down? I think they might, because there's just no more. There's a couple samurai. Actually, these towers are going to stand. The towers will stand. One more tower going down. And the cataphracts running up. There's so much damage output from these Yasama towers that it doesn't matter. So much damage output. 2 towers gonna go down probably. Nope, that's being repaired. These cataphracts can't come in here like this. They get shredded by these Yasama towers. Look at this. Cataphract runs in, tries to run away, and dies. So, just Yasama towers. Who needs a castle? Although, you're going to want something to defend against the next ram rush that is potential to come. While that was happening, Tatoh pushing out. He's got to run away. That's an awful lot of fire ships, and he does. He just runs away. He's got to run back to this gold area with all these towers and sea towers. Demolition ships coming out for him, and some big bada booms coming in. More demolition ships coming out, and another castle looks to be added by Vinchester, trying to lock down as much of this area as possible, but a guard tower is already being added. Another one needs to be added, or this castle will go up and shoot this tower down. I don't know what that Tatoh can see and what he's looking at. There's so much going on. This is massively important that this castle gets denied, but this castle is gonna go up. I think it goes up, right? I think it goes up. A lot of damage being put onto it. Now the villagers pulled away for a second, trying to get away. Arrow slits comes in. That gives what, more range or more attack to the towers, and he's got to move away from that. He's got to work his way around the right side, but there's only one stone mine there. He's got to, yeah, this is not necessarily what Tatoh wanted to see. He's adding his own castle now. Needs to go to Imperial Age, but Vinchester already almost there. Oh wait, Tatoh has been an Imperial Age. He already has Galleon in. He has heavy demolition ship Galleon in. I missed a lot of things there. Chemistry coming in. This is, yeah, Tatoh has played this super well. Vinchester, I think, has been unable to break this Japanese tower creep, and trebuchets coming out. Halberdiers need to come out or something as well, because there are a lot of cataphracts in there. Those cataphracts are not, like I said, they're not that good underneath all the arrow fire that they have to deal with, but that's a lot of them. To be able to snipe off a treb or two, for sure. And Tato's gonna notice this eventually, I hope. No, he just loses all of those villagers. Not good. He's in this fight over here, pushing on this side, pushing here, and pushing here. Loses everything. He's got chemistry, so he can make some bombard cannons. Treb comes out. Treb on the way out for Vinchester as well, and this is, these are Byzantine castles, and so I think Tatoh gets pushed off of the center island, but is that enough to win Vinchester the game? That's the question here. Is Vinchester, can he win the game? I think some more raids with ships would be in order. In other words, just send 3 ships up here. 3 ships up here. Just be looking at those gold mines all the time. And yeah, these trebs not going to do enough. Yeah, Vinchester, or Tatoh, knows that he's lost the center island and runs with everybody and everything. But the cataphract's trying to catch him out. He can see this, but here are the ships. Get to the ships. And he makes it. All the villagers on the trebuchets escape to the ships. So the whole central island gonna be lost for Tatoh. Interesting to see. Can he deal with this? What's his next play? You know, that's my question. What's the next play? Well, he's gonna start pushing back these towers. That's for sure. Now, Byzantines have a nice advantage here with their HP. I think Japanese do get bombard cannons, so he can also make bombard cannons. He doesn't need a castle in the middle to be able to push this game. He's putting docks down everywhere. Tatoh, much less eco, but both people at 180-ish population. Tatoh making cannon galleons. Yeah, why bombard cannons when it's cannon galleons? And fire ships, he's got fast fire ship to be a front line. He's got everything he needs here to push this map everywhere he wants to. He just has to have military control, which he has right now with 65 to 35 on the military, and it's 46 plus 12 plus 4 versus 23 on the water. And so it's even worse than that on the water. And Tatoh, with demolition ships, you should be concerned. Although he is looking at getting raided. He's got a couple demos here. These cataphracts have to be a little bit careful. They're going to get bada boomed if they're not careful. And yeah, Tatoh is so happy right now. And boom. And wow. 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 All the cataphracts are dead. You gotta know on a map like this, you're just gonna be facing that constantly. It's never gonna stop. And Tatoh is pushing around. I think he could just go ahead and push into that, but I guess he doesn't really care. He's pushing towards this gold. He's gonna take this gold, but this gold's gonna be locked down for Vinchester. So I'm pushing towards the one gold, still unable to do anything about the other gold. And Siege Workshop's going to be added for bombard cannons on the center. The cannon galleons are out there somewhere, shelling away. I don't know where exactly. Can I? Oh. Oh, those are not in a good place. Those are dead. Those elite cannon galleons are dead. So that's a little bit of a misplay there for Tatoh, but Tatoh just still establishing lead. Vinchester now getting arrow slits and gold mining upgrades. Tatoh is going to be taking control of 3 of the 4 gold areas, and he's going to make some cannon galleons and push this castle back, surely. Just needs to out of a different dock. He doesn't have any just yet, and none on the way, but I think he'll make some more to push back this castle as soon as it starts going up. Right? He'll see that, and he'll start pushing that back. He has full water control, and surely he can see that. Yeah, he sees that. He's got to notice it, though, and there's a lot to be looking at on these double cup maps. Vinchester just loses all of his villagers there. And Tatoh continues his push around. He's going to be looking at this area before too long, and this area, this castle does go up, I think, but only just, and the elite cannon galleons also on the way out again. And does the castle go up? Yeah. Okay, so Vinchester pulls back and allows that castle to go up. The Eco KD 49 for Tatoh, 22 for Vinchester, and that's not really a testament to the position in the game, but a testament to who has military control. Not testament to the eco in the game, but who has military control. More a positional testament than an eco testament, as Vinchester still has another 10 eco units. Tatoh, pop capped at 190, needs to build a couple of houses. Is doing so. Vinchester all the way down at 160, and I think Tatoh takes game number 2. I don't see really a way back for Vinchester here. This is a great game from Tatoh. Pushing forward, pushing across the map, pushing these Byzantine buildings down. And Vinchester tried to get back out to the gold mine, and all of those villagers died. Tries to swing in on this this ball of ships, and gonna do a lot of damage, but just not enough. And the trebuchets that have been moving along with this ball of ships are shelling down this castle. The elite cannon galleons are out over here shelling down these sea towers and gonna be shelling down this castle. The cataphracts aren't going to be able to do anything, and these main islands have been completely ignored as they're not that important, and Vinchester calls the GG. That's 2-0 for Tatoh. Tatoh looks on another level right now. If you would have asked me before this series who is favored in this matchup, I would say that Vinchester's favored, because Vinchester, I would give the edge in skill, and in strategy, I would say Vinchester is one of the guys who can match up with Tatoh the best. That's not been the case so far. Tatoh out masterminding Vinchester in the first 2 games of this semi-final. You can see the stats here. Military stats, Tatoh dominant. And the economy stats, again, 6,000 more resources. That's not a big difference here. But even better eco with less economy. The timings, though, made all the difference. Tatoh with 3 minutes faster to each age, allowing him to get the technologies in and push and gain positions each time. APM stats, again, this game, not super fast. 57 for Tatoh and 70 for Vinchester, but Tatoh comes away with another win. What a game. If you enjoyed this game, consider dropping a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe. If not, that's all right. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.